Hey everybody, welcome back, and today we're going to finish up all the regular levels in World 6.
Sounds good to me. Oh yes, that's what this is.
Yeah, Cliffside Slide is, like, I don't know, it's between this and Busted Bayou are hands down the best silhouette levels in the game.
Busted Bayou has the fantastic soundtrack going for it, but this one is just really neat in that it's there's just such a high contrast in the silhouette, essentially. Like, the foreground is all really dark, and then the background elements are still visible, but very, very light.
Yeah, if nothing else, it definitely nails the feeling of like a blizzard.
Yeah, because you got all the snow and heavy winds coming in, obscuring the darker silhouette stuff in the front.
I didn't know if you could roll into them.
Apparently they have pointy... yeah.
It seemed like a reasonable thing to try.
Yeah. Apparently they have pointy noses, though. Not only is this like a full blizzard, there's like a whole avalanche going on here, and you're climbing up an avalanche.
That's how hardcore DK is. Oh, rip dinosaur skeleton.
I'm surprised there are any left after the going through returns.
It's true, DK does, if nothing else, make a complete mockery of the idea of preserving historical artifacts.
Mm-hmm. DK's no archaeologist. Those guys are more annoying than I remembered.
Yeah, so coming up soon-ish is a part that you really want to have a partner for, because having the pair-up move will make your life 1,000 times easier.
I'm not sure what part you're talking about, but I'm assuming it's just a lot of enemies around.
Well, it's basically there's a thing where like there's an almost unavoidable spiny enemy on a thing where you have to hang from the top of it. So you can't really avoid it. So you'll see in a second. It's like, yeah, right here.
Oh.
Right, see it? Yeah, like, see this thing? What are you supposed to do about that?
I'm not sure. That's a good question.
Yeah, you can either do a perfectly timed ground pound, or you can just press the I win button.
This level is surprisingly short, which is a little bit of a disappointment just because silhouette levels are so cool and there aren't nearly enough of them.
I don't know, like I said with Blind Sally, I think they're spaced out well enough that you don't get a sort of checklist for each world.
I suppose.
And they also, but they still get to keep a lot of their mystique.
I suppose. Then it makes them more exciting when you do come across one.
So this is the factory level. It is not very good, I don't think.
I've said it about most of the levels in here, but it's just true for the world theme. Difficult is the word I would have.
I don't know. This is one of the levels I really don't like.
This is, if I remember right, this is kind of a level where it's more like you really want a partner for it. You do not want to approach it without one.
Yeah, it definitely helps to not be going solo.
I do like the idea, though, that you have to turn the factory back on. It's frozen shut.
Strangely, DK's chicken factory seems to be shut down. I'm not quite sure.
Chicken factory.
No, it was. If you go back and if you play this in Returns, this factory just makes like fucking robot chickens.
Been a long time since I played Returns, apparently.
The only reason I know this is because we recorded World 7 like literally last night.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, like DK's factory just makes like fucking robot chickens, some of which explode.
Oh, good. Why does he have these things? Are they leftovers from the Kremlings?
I guess they could be. I really don't know.
So we haven't spoken about it at all, but it's pretty obvious what the gimmick of this level is. The electricity.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of these little electric bar things going around. Some of them are on platforms, like here. If you let the little node touch the thing at the bottom, you'll get shocked and you'll get hurt.
Some of them are on timers and predefined movement paths. But yeah, I just remembered that it was very difficult without a partner.
Yeah, this level in general is definitely one you want some help with.
And don't forget, half of these platforms are also icy, in addition to having the potential to become suddenly electrified. Oh yeah, and then you get this one.
All that for a puzzle piece.
They are certainly creative with their setups. I'll give them that much. Giant eyeball in the background.
Big Brother never stops watching you, even when the factory is closed. Yeah, that's really unfortunate because the secret exit is directly above us right now.
And you need her?
You need either her or Cranky, because there is a huge gap and you can't get up there without having a vertical boost.
Close enough.
Whatever, we got it.
So now a quick trip back to the factory for the secret.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get hit.
Yeah, so right here, like, the game wants you to have Cranky, but if you do a perfectly placed roll jump, you can get over everything.
And I suppose if you had an extra hit with just DK, you could tank it, but...
Well, you have to be able to get up there, though, first, and you need the vertical height for that.
Oh. That would do it. I really don't remember the 2 bonus stages.
That's because they're kind of generic.
I guess the thing is that they don't have a world associated with them, essentially.
Like, this one's pretty good, I think. But yeah, like, they don't really have any association with anything like all the other levels do, so they're just kind of there. So yeah, this level is all about timed switches, because shit explodes on you.
I'm sort of remembering it now. It doesn't seem too bad.
Now, it's a pretty straightforward level.
You just gotta keep moving. This game is keep moving, the game. Miss all the bananas, the game.
Nobody needs those bananas.
DK needs those bananas. That is his primary like, reason for living.
I already have 99 lives. We don't need any more bananas.
I didn't say you. I said DK.
You know, in retrospect, I'm not sure what that one does up there, because I totally ignored it.
Puzzle piece, I'm assuming. DK doesn't need puzzle pieces. He's not a bird and bear combo.
I mean, he's a monkey and a flying monkey. That's sort of like that.
Timing with barrels.
Yep, better move quick.
I guess this level's kind of long, actually. If we're only at the O. Then again, as we've discovered, it's not necessarily a true indicator of how long the level is.
I don't know, I just feel like at this point in the game, there's really not much to say about any given level. Just kind of appreciating for what it is.
Yeah, because, I mean, levels have gimmicks to themselves, but aside from commenting on the setups of them, there's not too much to say. Like, they keep getting more and more complex as you go, but that's about it. We can't even comment on the music because some of it's being reused here from another level.
Well, that seems to be the MO for this game anyway. There's like 2 or 3 new songs per world, and then they just kind of reuse them.
I don't know. I think there's more than you realize, because I think we both have the OST, but there seems to be a lot of tracks. Maybe they're more weighted toward the front. Oops.
Whoops.
Maybe they're weighted more towards the front of the game. Man, why does he have to blow up everything? This is his island. He's the one that's going to take the damages.
I guess this is just Scorched Earth policy. I mean, if DK can't have it, then he's gonna blow everything up, and yeah, nobody can have it. Yeah, so the 2 secret levels are just kind of awkwardly shoved off to the side here.
It kind of feels like they were just like, well, we've put 2 secret levels in every world so far to make it have more levels, but this world already has 8 levels. So, do we put them in or do we not? There's nothing really wrong with having them here. It's just, yeah, they're kind of there. More of these platforms from the factory.
You know, to be honest, I don't even really remember what this level's gimmick is off the top of my head.
I'm assuming falling icicles. Or maybe that. Crumbling structures.
That's every level's gimmick, though. That doesn't count.
You're right. Penguin enemies. How about climbing on things? I don't know. It's hard to make gimmicks after a whole game of them.
Well.
Oops.
Go chase after it, DK. You can find it down there somewhere.
Maybe that's how you're supposed to get rid of that wheel in the cliff level. If you can knock them off like that.
Yeah, you can, but it's just, you know, it's It's just a really... And the one in the cliff is just really awkwardly placed.
Yeah, it looked that way. Like, it's just like, and we're not gonna do that.
Yeah, I know what that's for, and let's just not even go there.
Mistakes were made.
I regret nothing. Not even dealing with you.
Yeah, don't forget, this part is also crumbling behind you.
I mean, frankly, at this point, you could probably safely assume that everything is crumbling.
Every level crumbles.
Well, that does make this particular part tricky.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard to figure this out. What you're actually supposed to do is you're supposed to rush up there as quickly as possible.
Like, I like that the stage pickups and stuff can be knocked about by stuff. Because it's kind of funny to me. But, yeah, it is, challenging. That part of the end is kind of frantic, but it's just sort of like, well, we need a little bit more, let's put in some barrel cannons.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's alright. There are far worse gimmicks to have.
Yeah. Like, I did not enjoy the squid level in this one back in World 4.
And naturally, we have the volcano level.
Which means we get a frozen volcano.
Yep, absolutely.
I've always liked the, like, fire-ice mixture theme in games. It doesn't come up too often, because you can't really make it believable for the most part, but it's fun. I like the mixture.
And, right here is where I got a call from my boss, so... right in the middle of recording.
You didn't tell your boss that you were doing something important for the internet?
Clearly I made a horrible mistake. I should have just told him to fuck off right then and there.
Oh, this is a Rambi level, too.
Yup, this is the final Rambi level in the game. It's weird, he only gets like 2 or 3 of them, to be honest.
He's really underutilized in this game. In general, like, I understand the idea behind having, like, fewer levels, but making them longer. And fewer worlds as well, but I couldn't help but feel like I really wanted more when this game was finally finished.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I wanted more in a good way, like, this is really good, I want to play more of it, but it is definitely... I don't want to say a little lacking, but yeah, it definitely feels like there could have...
It feels like maybe they could have explored some of the stuff a little more. Like...
Yeah, like, if Nintendo had announced that, you know, they were releasing, like, 2 more worlds as DLC, like, I would have totally believed it.
Yeah. Or, like, just, like, expand the concepts a little bit more at times. Like, yeah, Rambi doesn't get used that much, and There aren't other animals at all, which is kind of a shame.
I mean, you would think that, like, this game with, you know, bringing back
I would have thought Ungard would have been in the game, yeah.
perfect spot for On Guard, but no, nothing.
It's really surprising in those ways. And functionally, it wouldn't make any difference, but I really miss the actual barrel transformations from 2 and 3, DKC 2 and 3. I don't know. There's no functional difference.
Well, there is, especially in a game like this, because it would take away your Kong power.
Oh, well, that's true. You're right. I didn't think about that. But you see, they could have done stuff like that, where you had, you know, the Kongs. You have to be only the animal. You have to like understand how the animal works with no help from any of the other Kongs or anything like that. So they could have done.
Well, rip Rambi.
That's a bad way to go. Yeah, feels like there was a lot more potential to the game. Not that it's bad in any way, because it is a fantastic game, but I just wanted more. And that's a good thing.
So yeah, that's it for all the levels.
Mm-hmm.
And that means that we got the K level coming up next. Not gonna lie, 6K is a little bit of a disappointment.
I'll tell you what I want less. Long boss fights.
Oh,
I would gladly take less worlds to have less bosses.
yeah, tell you what, maybe we'll get back to you next time on that.